there, welcome back to another episode of Co-working with Sam. This is like take 2 for today. I'm having some computer trouble and a learning curve with the length of the videos that my computer is wanting to allow me to upload. So hopefully this one will work because it's day 2 of trouble. But I am in the process of working on a blog post to go onto my website, and then it will end up being pushed through to Microsoft Start. This particular blog post is a winter theme. I'm doing a winter soup roundup. The reason why it's a winter theme is because Microsoft Start itself every month is doing a monthly theme challenge, and so you get to pick one blog that you can submit for their challenge, and you get a chance to win some extra money, which is always nice. So this month's theme for January is winter, the winter season, or something like that. So I am doing soup, a roundup post. A roundup post is basically just a whole bunch of different, most of the time it's recipes, but a bunch of different info all put together into one. So basically you're like linking to the different things. So in this case, it's like 30 something recipes, different soup recipes with all the links in it. This I got from, it's PLR, which is private label rights. And so basically I got it from a shop. This one right here, content for food bloggers. And so the way that, if you're not familiar with PLR, the way that works is somebody writes the thing and then they sell it. They sell it to however many people they want to. They can limit it or just make it available for anybody. And then you, as the end user, you take it and you word things differently. You add your own flavor, your own story to it. You make it yours. So it's different than everybody else's. But it's a great way to kind of start your blog post without just having a blank screen to look at. Or in this case, since it's a roundup post, it already has all of the links to things and I can just add my own thoughts to it. So content for food bloggers is where I got this particular one. And I'll make sure I leave a link down in the description. When I got it, this is what it looks like. So I have the links here and then I have the little blurbs. And I can kind of just change it however I want to. So, yeah, like I said before, I already was working on this, and then I went to go upload it, and my computer just didn't like it again. So now it's this evening, and so I figured I'd just go ahead and do another video since I didn't quite finish what I was doing. So just kind of looking at my notes I had written down as I was doing my last video. But yes, this is the way that it was delivered to me. But I don't need that anymore because I'm already doing it. So this is the website that I got it from, content for food bloggers. So I'll add that in the description down below. And then some tools that I'm using. This is Niches. It's an AI writing tool. I have been using this one lately. I also used to use Jasper. I really like Jasper, but that's this one here. Jasper. I really like Jasper. However, it can get pretty spendy. And so in order to save a bit of money, I will probably go back to Jasper at some point, probably, because I am used to it. But in order to save some money, I paused my Jasper account and I purchased the lifetime subscription for Niches because it actually was less than Jasper. So basically, save a month of Jasper, buy Niches, and then and then I can go back to Jasper whenever, if I want to. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll keep using niches and see how it goes. But they have a lot of tools, a bunch of tools, which is really awesome, and a wonderful, affordable price. So I will also leave niches down below, and then and I'm probably going to end up doing a lot of videos with this because it's lots of fun. Plus, maybe it would be fun just to do a video like looking through the different things and trying them all out. But so for today, what I'm using niches for is helping me rewrite the little blurbs that are attached to each of the recipes. And then the other tool that I am using is the Keysearch. So this is a keyword research tool, and I kind of did a little bit of keyword research. I don't really do too much with it. Honestly, it just depends. In this case, because I already knew what I wanted to write about, then I didn't really do that much. When I'm not entirely sure exactly what I want to write about, then I do a little bit more keyword research. But even when I'm not using keyword research, I really like this part here in Keysearch. This is under the Content Assistant. And so what's awesome is you can type in your keyword, whatever one you're like trying to rank for here. And then this is a space where you can type your content, and it'll kind of not rank it, but it'll just kind of give you some stats over on here on the side. So this first part here is how difficult it is to rank for this keyword. So I wouldn't be surprised if I don't see very much traffic, like what's the word? Organic traffic. There you go. I'll have traffic from like other sources, but organic, just find me on Google for this article probably will be hard because I'm still a newer website. But I did try to do some research earlier with different titles, and I just didn't really like it. So I'm going to stick with this title, I think. But the other thing that I like here is it shows you, if you can see this part, this says the average word count for the first page of Google. So it tells you the average word count on that first Google page for whatever keyword you're searching for, which is awesome. So you can see so far what I've typed. I have 1,430 words, but the average word count is 2,546. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to get to that, but I'm not too worried about that, again, because it's a really high competition thing. But more words do, like, you want to try to be around that average if you're trying to rank for it. I think. I'm not an SEO expert. That's just from my understanding. But the thing that I really, really like about using this this feature here, where typing your stuff here, is this recommended keywords. So down here, under here, is all these must words. So these are like words that Google will see and then help to categorize you in that keyword. So like all of these words here theoretically should be in my post in order for me to rank for delicious hearty soups for winter. Again, if I'm understanding that correctly. And so I like to use this little section here to type out my post so I can kind of easily see what keywords I have and what I don't have. The ones that are blue are the ones that I've already used. The ones that are yellow are the ones that I do not have in my post. I may or may not use them. Honestly, it just kind of depends. Also, from my understanding, Google obviously likes keywords, but we don't want keyword stuffing. So you want to make sure that you use them organically, the way that, like you're talking to a person. You're not just going to go and list off all these different keywords. So, that's kind of the rundown of this. The other, like, there's some other cool things about this tool. You can see similar keywords on this part. Research is just like snippets from Google. Questions are any questions that have been searched associated with the keyword that you're searching for. So if like, I don't think for my post today, I don't think the questions will help, but sometimes when you're doing your keyword research, you might find a question in here that you can easily answer in your blog post, and that'll be good to tie into that. Headings also is a nice thing to check. So for this one, it takes the info from the top ranking people on Google for this keyword that you're looking for and gives you an idea of what headings they are using. So that's a good way to figure out kind of your layout if you want to. And then SERPs, that's just going to be the top 10, I think, maybe, pages in Google. So you can specifically see what their title is and how many words each one is. And then you can actually click to go to it to see what their article is. And of course, I went into all of this way more in my other video that got messed up. So that was just kind of a fast rundown. I will leave the link in the description down below for Keysearch. I've been using it for a few months now, and I've really enjoyed it. I do feel like it has helped. Sometimes I don't use it, sometimes I do. It's kind of hit or miss. Let's see, what else was I going to, did I talk about before? Microsoft Start. I mentioned Microsoft Start. That's what I'm using this blog post for, because the challenge is winter. But I will leave the info down below so that you can sign up to be a contributor with Microsoft Start if you want to. They're kind of newer, but I've also heard that they do have a wait list. So if you want to sign up, and there might be a bit of a wait, I signed up with them back in October or so, and I do have to say that it has definitely helped push my blog further along than it would have been. And it actually has been making me a little bit of money, but more than my blog itself is making. So I'm definitely excited to be part of the Microsoft Start contributors. So I'll leave info on that down below as well. You do want to make sure that before you sign up for it, that you have your blog set up pretty nice. Like, you have all the important pages and you have a good amount of blog posts. And then you also have to make sure that you are posting consistently. I think in their requirements, they ask that you do a minimum of 5 blog posts per month, if I remember correctly. But like I said, I'll leave the info in the description box down below. Also, this one, let's see. I also, in the last video that you didn't see because my computer ate it, mentioned Sadie Smiley and her niche site challenge. It flew, it was in the flow so nicely in that video, of course, in the moment, but in this one it's just a little bit odd. But anyway, the niche she's doing, her and her team at the Passive Income Pathways are doing a free niche site challenge. So if you don't already have a blog set up and you're interested in it, or if you're interested in creating a new blog or just learning her way of doing things, she's doing a challenge. It's starting on January 27th, so I will also leave a info for that down below as well. But I have learned everything about blogging from Sadie. I love all of her stuff and everything. So I started my blog in the end of April, beginning of May, when I found Sadie, actually, and then I just kept going with it and kept listening to her and doing the things that she said to do, and I am slowly and steadily starting to make some money with it. So it's very exciting. So this niche site challenge, she's going to be going through her way of setting up a blog. Not just, she has some like basic courses, but this particular one is not just setting up a blog, but it's choosing a like blog to sell, a profitable niche blog to sell. So anyway, yeah, I'll leave that in the description down below as well. So now that I rambled for a good amount of time with my list of all the links that I was gonna leave, I'm gonna get started on writing. So like I said, I already was working on this before. I took the 36 recipes that the PLR came with, and I got rid of a few of them that I didn't want to have on here. I also have like categorized them. So I did a winter soup instant pot recipes category, and then I have slow cooker, vegan/vegetarian, and then we have meatless. The difference between the two is this one uses like a meat broth, but no actual meat. Poultry, and then beef. And so I do still need to, some of these I haven't finished. I got about to number 15, I think, as far as changing the wording. And then I also need to add a little blurb about each section, each category. And then, of course, my intro and my outro. So for now, though, I'm just going to keep going down the list and changing the wording a bit. But really quick, before I turn my sound off, let me specifically show you niches in action. Although I guess you'll see it too, but let me show you. So over here to niches, I've been doing this in this delicious hearty winter soups. So in niches itself, you have content plans, long form documents, or business ideas. So this is a content plan, and in the content plan you can easily see all of these 166 tools. The long form document is good for like writing blog posts if you choose to. I'm still kind of getting used to that one, but I have really enjoyed this content plan. Obviously there's 8 there versus 2 here. I've been enjoying the content plan one. Also, I really like that I can go in here with a theme, because see how these are different themes, and then it kind of remembers that theme in that content plan, which is really nice. So like this one here is my blog, and I can just get a bunch of different ideas, and each idea gets spit out, that is spit out relates to previous ones based on the other ones that are in there, which is really cool. But this one here is for the winter soups, so I'm going to go into that. Now, there are a lot of different tools, but I'm basically just using one right now, which is the content rewriter. Content rewriter. And it's super simple. You can see I already had one in here, and then these are all the content that it spit out. But I'm just going to paste what I pulled over. It does have a limit of 300 characters, so you have to be careful with that. And then, so you have your original content here, and then you have a tone of voice. So you can pick different types of tone of voices, and that will change the way the output is. So all sorts of, just kind of depending on what it is that you're writing. I'm writing about soup, so I think I'm just going to stick with friendly. That's usually my favorite one to go with anyway. But it would be kind of funny to do like a, I don't know, inspirational soups. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with friendly, but that is something that you can change if you want to. And then you just hit this get content button, and then doop doop doop, and then there it goes. So this was the original text, and then this one is the new text. And then you could take that and tweak it around, but then you should know that this is original. Also, something else that, I didn't mean to start that. Something else that I haven't really played around too much with. Again, I'm still kind of new to niches, but I did notice if you click this little thing here, you can do a plagiarism check. I'm not sure what it gets checked through. But it does do a plagiarism check for what it spit out if you want to. Checked against 16 billion web pages. Usually before I post my blog posts, I do run it through Copyscape. I have also heard that if you have the premium version of Grammarly, they have a plagiarism checker too. I don't have that yet, so I just have been using Copyscape. But yeah, so that's something though that's kind of cool here in niches. But anyway, okay, now that I showed you that, I'm going to mute myself and turn on some music for you, and then we'll get to work. You feel free to work on a blog yourself or whatever sort of thing that you're needing to work on. And then I'll come back at the end. I'm going to try to keep this video only to about, I can't even actually see the time, but only to about half an hour, no more than 40 minutes or so, because I don't think my computer likes any videos longer than an hour. I know for sure I cannot do an hour. Anything more than that, so far, has not been good. So, anyway, yeah. Let's get to work. Alright, friends, so my timer went off. That was about 25 minutes, and I made it to the end of my rewording of these little blurbs. So I do still have to write my little paragraphs for each of these sections and do my intro and outro. But I am going to be done for tonight because I'm tired, and obviously, I don't know if you could tell or not, but I kept on yawning, so sorry about that. I might do myself doing those parts tomorrow, or I might just go ahead and do them and then record uploading onto my site and making my images and such. But we'll see what I do next. Let's just hope that I can get this video uploaded. And hopefully you did take advantage of that little bit of time. Felt like it went really fast, but that was just me maybe. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me on another Co-working with Sam session, and I will see you next time. Bye!